but the changes that I see myself and people going through are so pervasive, and all of the emotions, the physicality, the belief systems, everything gets shifted. Whereas with other teachers I've been to, it's usually just one area that gets addressed.
Right, that's guru teaching. That's
Right.
a guru teaching.
Right. So,
Gurus are like a teacher in a schoolroom. They just teach English, right? They just teach karma yoga or bhakti yoga or jnana yoga. So they're specialized.
right. So I can feel how pervasive the teaching is, and that would be very scary to a lot of people.
It's also politically incorrect to those who are addicted to lineages, because I will behave in a way that is antithetical to every lineage.
That's true.
So if the,
If you're a purist in one area,
if the jnana yoga purist comes in, he's going to look at me and say, oh, he's not enlightened. He's the
Right.
farthest thing from enlightenment that ever existed.
right,
So you see the people then who are Raja Yogi instructed, they're attached deeply to meditative, mind expanding form of spirituality. They'll look and say, well, he's not composed at all. He doesn't show any of the fruits of Raja Yoga. But this is the sign of Sahaja Samadhi. This is the key note about its presence, is that it will begin to look absurd to every spiritual point of view. And that's exactly the teaching you should get on the level of Sahaja, is that it laughs at every form of approach to divine. It's not interested at all in holding together a particular presentation, not because there's laziness or lack of interest or anything like that, or lack of clarity, lack of bliss, lack of realization, but because the realization has become so all-pervasive, all endlessly permeating everything all at the same time. So there's not one little corridor that's awake that then you're going to be instructed how to enter this corridor and proceed down it. Those are guru teachings, where they teach you how to attain self-realization with methods and practices, and then of course exemplifying a kind of austerity. If the teaching is, for example, that your senses are controlled, then the teacher has to exhibit the proof of that. He has to act as though his or her senses are always under control. Do you follow? If the teaching is that you rise above the sexual center, then the teacher has got to appear beyond sex, as celibate, as an eternal celibate, never interested at all in sex. If food is the barrier, then the teacher will be skinny, emaciated, and always fasting, to then prove that point. But Sahaja Samadhi is a big laugh at everything. It's a complete eradication of serious spiritual points of view. If you advocate puja worship, the guru has to always be in the position or the mood to do puja worship. Austerity is the same thing. You will get an austere teacher if that's the path that's being taught. But what happens when the realization becomes so profound, so all-permeating, that there's nowhere for it to hide? And the life itself, the natural life, the human life itself, becomes the exhibition and embodiment of that bliss. Then what do you teach? And furthermore, what if these supernally active levels of existence as divine light, divine love, Kundalini Shakti, multi-dimensional lights of colors are all simultaneously active, initiating, radiating, and helping, way beyond the body-mind of that teacher? What if that's what is actually signaled by the life of that teacher? Then what? How do you describe any of that? So this is the context of a teaching that is then an avatar-based teaching. Not to say that it's taking that form here. I just come out and talk to people. but that's what they end up meeting. In a way, I'm completely misstructured as a teacher. I should be, down somewhere in South India, outside of Kerala, away on the outskirts somewhere, just sitting around and having the Indians come with me with rice and the way the villagers do there. I'm better placed in that culture than this culture, where they understand that the radiant bliss of the teacher is everything. You couldn't ask for more.